Shalom, shalom, shalom. How you doing? What's going on? And for my Detroit family, what up, though? This is Sister India, aka Yapa Gabar Rawak, and this is episode 4 of the Real, Raw, and Righteous, a Voice for the Sisters podcast. Episode 4 already. All praises be to the Most High God, the God of the Bible, in the name of His Son, who the world knows as Jesus, and for His wife, the lady in His life, the Rawak Kodash. Okay, Rawak Kodash is just Phoenician Hebrew for Holy Spirit. That is all right? No barbarians on this podcast. So today's topic is dedicated to my brothers out there. Okay, I did 2 podcasts, kind of telling y'all that, hey, y'all in charge of us, but y'all ain't no dictators, all right? But today's rebuke, I ain't even gonna say rebuke. Today's perspective talks about women wanting simps for men, okay? I want to get a little bit of understanding on what a simp is anyway. And we got the Webster's Dictionary for modern day English language. We got the Strong Concordance for words in the scriptures. Well, let's do something that I don't think a lot of people do. Let's go to the Urban Dictionary to get the meaning of slang. I'm going to go to urbandictionary.com and I'm going to look up the word simp. Urban Dictionary been around since I was a teenager, and it helped a lot of people who are not familiar with certain slang terms, So if you hear a term that one of these young kids that said that you ain't never heard before, this is the place to go to see what the heck that means. Trying to stay hip is the place to go. All right, so we looking up the word simp. Give me a second here. A simp. Someone who does way too much for a person they like. A person or someone, it says someone who does way too much for a person they like. Now, this term is usually used for men. Okay? Because in this world, I guess it's okay for a woman to be a simp. It's okay for a woman to do way too much for a man that she like. I don't know. I found it interesting that it said, I thought it was going to say a man who does way too much for a girl they like. But no, they said someone who does way too much for a person they like. So we ain't talking about, we ain't said nothing about women simping yet. That's a little food for the thought. But I done talked enough on behalf of the sisters right quick. Okay? I want to talk on behalf of my brothers because they matter just as much as we do. Alright? Everybody always want to talk about happy wife, happy life. And it's not that isn't a valid philosophy, so to speak. And I say philosophy, so to speak, loosely. Okay? Making your wife happy does set the tone for her to be a good wife around the house. But you can't make your wife happy at your own expense. And that's what these sisters out here got to understand. That man should not be jumping through hoops and making you happy. Because really, no person outside of yourself, and this for women and men alike, no person outside of yourself can make you happy. That comes from within you. Alright? But brothers, I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to try not to come at y'all tomorrow no more, but y'all do have a duty to make sure that your wife is happy so that she can be healthy to take care of you and your family. But on the flip side, sisters, you got to make sure that this man is happy too. I have to make sure that they well fed, they please in more ways than sexual. You know, sexual is pretty important. All right, we grown on this podcast, okay? So I'm saying that. Okay, you gotta make sure that they fed, that they are pleased, and that after going to work all week, they're comfortable. You gotta cater to them too. You see, the same way a man should be helping if he see that you might be stressed out from dealing with the kids and he try to do stuff to take a little workload off of you. You should be doing the same thing for your husband. Oh man, baby done had a long week. He had a long week. You know what? This weekend, he'll be off. I'm gonna give my baby a pedicure. I'm gonna give him a manicure. I'm gonna massage him. And if it's something on his mind while I'm massaging him, I want him to talk to me. I want to make sure he's good and comfortable. I'm gonna put slippers and stuff out. See, I haven't graduated to getting my husband Mike's stuff out for him when he get home from work. I be doing so much dealing with our children and trying to still get things in a routine. Okay, but that's my next goal in our house is to prioritize making sure that all he got to do is come home, take a shower, get dressed, and eat. Because he worked hard. He worked so hard. Shout out to you, babe. I love you. I really do. But this ain't the lover's corner. Let's get back to this simp thing. You ever see that guy that is with a girl and this girl is like no good? It's all good as long as he giving her stuff, but as soon as he don't have nothing to get her, she cussing him up, down, left, and right, telling him he ain't this, he ain't that. Even though, for the most part, all he do is make sure that, okay, I'm giving her money, I'm getting her hair done, I'm getting her nails done, I'm taking her out, I'm buying her gifts, I'm helping her when she need it. It still ain't enough. That's because, my brother, you are dealing with a Jezebel. And I touched on this, I believe, on episode 2. It might have been episode 1 or 2. I'm going to check that out, of course, on Spotify, if you're listening on Spotify, as well as on iHeartRadio. Okay? Check that out and listen to that. But this is you dealing with a Jezebel. If you got a woman in your life and you doing every single solitary thing you could possibly do to try to make this girl happy, and it's just, she's still ungrateful, that is a Jezebel, brother. Like I said, a Jezebel is not a woman who's loose. She's a woman that uses her beauty and her sexuality to get a man to do what she wants him to do. Any woman out there that's want a man's soul, basically, that's definitely a spirit, because you as a human should not desire a man's soul in no kind of way, because his soul belongs to the Most High. Her soul belongs to the Most High. Anybody out here saying, I want your soul, I'm snatching souls, you have a demon on you. Nobody should be snatching no souls. Do I please my husband? Yes. But I ain't snatching his soul. Okay? Like I said, we grown today, so we grown every day. Hopefully. Some folks ain't grown. Some folks is adults with kid minds. But that's another topic for a whole nother day. Okay? Brothers, don't sit up jumping through hoops and looking like a fool for no woman. Okay? If you out here buying gifts and doing all the things, all the wonderful things a man should do, and they ain't just buying the gifts, if you making sure that she's okay, you making sure she eating, you making sure her well-being is good, you making sure that if she, you know, if y'all haven't married each other yet and not living in the same house, if you helping her with bills or even just paying her bills and it's still not enough, when she don't get her way, or when she asks you something, you say, well, I can't do that right now, and she cuss you out and all the stuff that you done did for her up until that point go out the window, you dealing with a Jezebel, flat out. And that's not to say when your wife is asking you about something important and you saying no, and it's important, and she get frustrated or whatever, that's not to say that she's the Jezebel. Listen, brothers, have some wisdom. Okay? Your wife ain't these wicked women. Because if you married a woman that fit the description, or if you looking at your wife like she probably a Jezebel, then that comes from your choices. You chose to marry that. The same way a woman chooses the type of man she get with. Don't let the devil have you looking at your wife like she evil just because she got a concern about something. And vice versa for these sisters. You chose that man. And brother, you chose that woman. And for any sister out there that's not appreciating the stuff that her husband is doing, he's not a simp. He's your husband. He don't have to do every single little thing you tell him to do. You can't sit up and throw a fit just because you're not having your way. We got to give it to the Most High. I ain't perfected that yet. Transparency. I ain't perfected that yet. I still catch myself getting upset when he not seeing something my way too. But I'm working that out. I take it to the Father. And it works way better when you take it to the Father. Okay? Like I said, our men, they ahead of us. They are leaders. Okay? They are leaders. They have a plan in motion. And us being wives, we supposed to help with that plan. That's what being a helpmeet is. They have a vision. We supposed to help that vision. And it works both ways, brothers. Don't think just because your wife isn't subjecting to you that she might not have a vision of her own that you could assist with either. We got to learn how to bridge this gap of separation between us. And always, on every level, work together because we are a team. There is no I in team. Stop letting the enemy play us against each other. We need each other. For everything. It's only so good a woman can be without a man in her life. How many of y'all sisters out there tired of having to work like dogs and then come home and cook and take care of the family? Or excuse me, because the family ain't complete without a father. So let me check that. Yeah, so if your family includes a woman dressed up like a man, that ain't even a real family. And I said what I said. If you're a single mother out there and you go to work and you come home and you still got to cook and take care of kids, don't you be beat down, tired? Half the time, most of our houses is cluttered with stuff all over the place because we exhausted. That used to be me. That's why I had to check myself when I first got married, when I was looking at my husband sideways, because it's like, hold up. Don't start talking about what you was praying for now. You asked the Most High to give you a man. You said you wanted a husband. You said you wanted a man. Now you have it. And because he's being a man by not bending to your every will, you mad. No, you said you wanted a man. You said you wanted a man that could put you in your place. So humble yourself and be happy you got the man you asked for. Or you could always, destroy your family and go back out there and have to work like a dog to take care of yourself. And now 4 kids. And it was hard enough taking care of 2 kids by yourself. What you gonna do? I'm gonna tell y'all flat out. We have our moments and I be in my feelings. But in the grand scheme of things, I am straight on being a single parent again. I'm straight on that. Having to go to work and be tired missed out on my first two kids, my first two children, the best few years of their life. I missed out on because I was at work. I missed my son's first steps because I was on the bus coming for work. I cried when my mama told me that he took his first steps and I missed him. My firstborn son, I missed his first steps coming from work. And this ain't to say that we only supposed to be in the house, but women, our position ain't out here in the field. That's for the man. We just read Genesis chapter 3 yesterday. It said man is to plow the field by the sweat of his face. He's supposed to be out there working and providing. And if he doing that, tell that man you love him, because that ain't no easy thing. It's not. Shoot. You got to put things in perspective, people. And get in order according to the Most High. And it's some brother out there, I got to put this out there. It is some brother out there that think just because his woman want him to woo her, so to speak. And I know y'all like, what do woo mean? Well, let's get the definition of that too. Let's get the definition of the word woo. Woo means to seek the affection or love of someone. To court. Ooh. To seek the affection or love of someone, usually a woman. Court. So, let me get this straight, fellas. Y'all was all with wooing y'all woman before she was y'all woman. And now that she's y'all woman, y'all don't gotta woo him because it's simping. It is men out there telling that woman, you want some type of fairy tale life. All because she's asking him to be sweet to her like he was in the beginning. Because you couldn't be the waffle. Yes, I said waffle. You can't be the waffle that you acting like now that we together in the beginning, because I wouldn't have got with you. So why wouldn't from time to time you keep doing the same thing you was doing to get me to keep me? You think just because you got me now that you can't be taken away or I can't be taken from you? Here's a perfect example. My grandmother, rest in peace, and my grandfather was together for a very long time. And he didn't really show emotions or affection toward her. You know? He really didn't appreciate her the way that he should have when she was alive. But when she died in 2014, it put in perspective how much he really loved her. You want to wait until your wife is dead before you realize how much you really loved her? Because the Most High is funny like that. He will do that. He'll have you with a woman that was good to you. And you want to take her for granted because I ain't no punk. I ain't no simp. I'm a man. I ain't got to change for nobody. Now that she dead and gone, or the father that took her away from you, and you know, in the world, we're going to look at it from both perspectives because, you know, in the faith, we're not supposed to be leaving our husbands. But in the world, women get tired and they be like, I can't do this no more. I gotta go. I gotta go. And she finds somebody, the father bless her with somebody that's going to be good to her. Now you want to sit there looking crazy because you done lost a good woman. Because of your pride. This ain't talking about the Jezebel that's cussing you out because you ain't giving her money. This talking about the woman that makes sure you eat. That makes sure that when your check come, that all the bills is paid. The woman that's taking care of your kids. The woman that's loving on you. All right. So yeah, scripturally, a woman just supposed to give you in the hands of the Most High. And let's think about, oh my goodness, I can't think of the sister's name, but I believe in, I think it was either Samuel chapter 25. There was a sister that had a Abigail. Yes, Mama Abigail. She was married to a man who was wicked. This man was a complete wicked man. And regardless of how wicked he was, she did not leave him and she did not shame him. She still, to everybody else, that man was the best man out. Even though you know how folks on the outside looking in be like, look, she acting like he all good. But that man right there, I can only imagine what she going through. Abigail was a good woman to that man. And he was about to do some foolishness that was going to get him killed. And I don't remember the story verbatim. I believe it was Samuel chapter 25. Read about Abigail. Okay. She went, or the husband was doing something, about to do something foolish. And King David was in reign at this time. And he was about to kill that man. And she went and entreated on his behalf. She didn't straight out say that she knew what he was doing was foolishness, but she basically, in a nutshell, was like, listen. Just don't kill my husband, okay? I know that this ain't the best thing, and I understand why you would, but don't do it. And that man still didn't appreciate that woman. And what happened? He dropped dead. The Most High made that man drop dead. He dropped dead. And what happened? The man that was going to take good care of her, King David, married her. Because King David seen what type of woman she was before that man died. He already had his sense on her like, oh, this is a good woman. There ain't a lot of women out there that is going to come and look out on their husband's behalf, especially not to the king. This is a good woman. So when he died, what did he do? Scoop her up and give her what she deserved. It's a fine line, fellas. There is nothing wrong with being sweet towards your woman. You did it to get her. Why you can't now that you married? That's not simping. Let that woman know you don't want her, you don't want to lose her. Let that woman know that you're valuable to her. And sisters, you got to do the same thing. Me and my husband will be married 4 years in August. But I can't bear the thought of our family being destroyed and us not being together. One thing about me, I'm a lover. All right? My last name is Love. And the Most High was right to give me that name because I am a lover. And when I truly love somebody, especially a man that I'm building my life with, I love hard. I'm all in. But I gotta say this too. In the world, when I was giving my pure love to these brothers and they showed me that they didn't appreciate my love, once I took my love back and gave it to me and my babies, you wasn't getting that junk back. I'm not about to just give you my love if you ain't gonna appreciate it. And you showing me that my love don't mean nothing to you. I'm giving you real, genuine love and you treating me like some other person or some other woman out here that y'all don't care nothing about. Then when I'm gone, you want to be trying to get me back. No. And sisters, that's the same thing. Don't nobody talk about it when it's the sisters, but y'all do the same junk. This man going above and beyond being a good man to you. You cussing him up on left and right. You treating him like he nothing. And then when that good man gone and you see the grass ain't greener without him, now you want to be, hey, baby, listen, let's just talk and work this out. It's too late. The man being a good man to some other woman. You didn't appreciate him when he had him. I say all of that to say, the Rock Bar made a song called Roses. Go look that up on YouTube. Give them roses while they can smell them. One day they're here and they gone. Show love. Show love. Love does not make you weak. In fact, love is strength. Because love how you doing stuff that nobody else is willing to do. Love can turn a hard person into a marshmallow. Love brings God to the world. Love is Christ. Because as much as Christ and the Most High are gangsters, they love. As much as Christ, anything that Christ was doing when he was rebuking while he was here on the earth, he was rebuking because he was trying to provoke you to think, to get to the Father. That is love. Provoke you to change so that you can see the heavens. See the mansions he was telling us about. And I know for a fact this mansion's up there because he said if it wasn't, he would have told us. Love on each other, y'all. We are not each other's enemy. Brothers, you're not a simp for loving your woman. And woman, you ain't weak for loving your man. But sisters, I'm going to make this clear one last time. He's your husband, not a simp. He does not have to bend to nobody's will but Christ and the Most High's. And if you don't see him doing that, you pray for him. Don't try to be his mama. Well, that's about it. Go out here today after hearing this and y'all love, okay? Love, 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 love. I can't say it enough. Fellas, you go in the kitchen or wherever your woman might be and you kiss her on the forehead and say, baby, I love you. And I can't be without you. I want you in my life. And sisters, you tell that man the same thing. Baby, I want you. I need you. I love you. And I can't do it without you. We can't do it without each other. That's the bottom line. That's the grand scheme. Do it for these children. We breaking generational curses by showing each other we love each other. Show these children what a healthy marriage look like. All this baby mama, baby daddy drama, all this single parent stuff is destroying the children. And the children hold the keys to the future. I love y'all, family. Y'all be good now. Stay safe. And shalom.